Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Golden Edge Mailbag. He's Adam Hill. I'm Ben Gotz. We are two of your Golden Knights beat writers here to answer questions, comments, concerns, whatever you guys want to send to us on Twitter. I am at Ben S. Gotz. He is at Adam Hill, LVRJ. You can also send me emails at bgotz@reviewjournal.com if you have questions, comments about the Knights, and then we'll answer them here live on the RJ Facebook. So we have a lot to talk about with the Knights, who are on a 3-game winning streak, first winning streak of the season. And our first comment comes from @retiredskeptic. Derek Engelland is needed. And I brought up this comment, Adam, because while Derek Engelland is still a very good player, and obviously the Knights would like to have him back, his replacement has actually done very well. And we were just talking about this on our podcast, which you can find on iTunes at reviewjournal.com. Brad Hunt is going to make it very tough to take him out of the lineup when Derek Engelland is ready to play again.
He is, you forgot, #1 rated podcast in the history of iTunes, according to us. I think this is an interesting situation. Derek Engelland is a very, very important player, no question about it. But, I think his leadership is really important. A lot of what he's able to do as far as, not only being a leader, but just knowing a lot of different situations and, the right place to be and all those things are really, really important, and he's so helpful in a lot of different ways. Right now, yes, they want him back. They want him healthy. They want him to be on the ice. They haven't really missed a beat. In fact, they've actually played a little bit better. Now, I'm not saying it's because England's out and Brad Hunt's in, but I don't think needed is the right kind of terminology here. It's going to be nice to have him back. It's going to be nice to have that luxury of, from game to game saying, oh, we've got different options available. Because right now, they're kind of limited because of injuries and not having a full complement of players. But, I think the biggest thing that he brings, besides the leadership, is to have those options available from a game-to-game basis. All right, who's playing well? Who do we put in right now? It's a luxury to have him back when he comes back very soon. I don't think it's, necessary in, the most important thing necessarily. It's just really nice to have everybody available.
Yeah, I mean, he balances out their lineup. He's more of a defensive presence, so they paired him with Shea Theodore a lot because Theodore's more of an offensive guy, and Engelland can be a little bit more responsible. Whereas they put in Brad Hunt, who's also an offensive guy, and has quarterbacked their first power play unit to some recent success. They started out ice cold on the power play. Hunt comes in, helps start a play that gets them their first power play goal. He had an assist on a power play goal this past weekend against the Anaheim Ducks.
They've now got 2 power play goals, Ben.
Both with Brett Hunt. Just saying, facts only. So it will be kind of interesting to see how they figure out the rotation now because, as we talked about, they're going to have to make a tough decision of they're going to have to send someone down or make someone a healthy scratch, whether that's Hunt, whether that's, maybe waiting a little extra day for England to come back, whether that's a guy like John Merrill, who they give a game off to. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
And only 12 more games till Nate Schmidt is back.
Exactly. That's going to be another tough decision. But for now, as you said, it's a luxury because they have guys playing well. They're on a 3-game win streak. So I think, needed is a stretch. But, hey, you always like to have everyone healthy.
For sure.
All right, our next comment is Ryan Reeves is awesome like that. A player with true grit. I like the movie reference, at the John Fish. And, also this is kind of an under-the-radar storyline like Brad Hunt playing well. The fourth line has been excellent the past couple games. Ryan Reeves scored a goal in the Knights' last game against the Anaheim Ducks, and he and his line mates are generating a lot of chances, Adam.
Flying around the ice. I mean, you could tell when their line is out there. They're just buzzing. They're looking for people to hit. But it's not just that they're doing that. They're doing the physical things that we've always known that they're capable of doing, especially Carrier and Reeves. And you've got the speed of Belmar and the playmaking ability that he possesses. But it's that feeling of they are out there for, as long as they're going to be out there, they're just going to be aggressive and just, doing something, making something positive happen. It has been a continuing storyline the last several games. They are as effective as any line that the Knights have right now at what they're doing. And the beauty of that for the Golden Knights is that that the first line is going to start to generate more and more chances. The second line is going to do more and more. And if the fourth line continues to play like this, that's what makes the Golden Knights a very dangerous team. That's what they saw last year. That's what was the key to the success. If this can continue, that's what the Golden Knights want to see, is all of those lines playing well, but the fourth line right now is really setting the tone.
Yeah, I just think they're just playing with a lot of confidence right now. I mean, we know what these guys can do on the forecheck. You do not want to meet Ryan Reeves or William Carrier in the corner.
No.
They will blow you up. But it was funny, I was talking to Belmar about the offensive chances they're generating the other day, and he's like, hey, we know we're not going to score 60 goals a game, but we know what we have to do our jobs. And as he says, we know we're not going to score 60, William Carrier comes over and starts chirping at him going, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
So you can tell that they are just playing so confidently right now, and they really believe that they can score some goals.
And having fun. And by the way, if you like Ryan Reeves right now, just wait about 5 minutes. You're going to like him even more. A little tease to what's coming up. But yeah, I think all of those things are true, and everything that they're doing, and that confidence that you mentioned, that's out there for sure of, hey, we're not going to be that dynamic, scoring line. And, Kerry looks over and says, yeah, we could be. Why can't we be? And certainly that's what they're playing to right now. But I'm still very interested in something that happened the other game, and I talked to Reeves and Kerry about it. They won't say, although they said, it's just one of those things. It wasn't really anything that stood out. But Reeves was in a near fight in the Anaheim game. He was close to throwing hands, and he said something, and Carrier started cracking up. And I don't know what he said, and I wish I did. And I asked Reeves, and he said, yeah, just say whatever. It's the same, goofy trash talk that you would get during a game. And Carrier said, you know what, he said something, but I don't remember what it is. I hope one of them remembers, because it was a great moment, and I really want to know what was said there that made him laugh so much in the heat of the battle.
Ryan Reeves 1 for 1 in fights so far this year, by the way. I believe it was Foligno with the Minnesota Wild. He just plastered. Foligno was just a sacrificial lamb because Reeves had hit one of his teammates hard. He had wanted no part of that fight, but Reeves still destroyed him. We do have another question from Bethany. When can we expect Las Vegas to host a Winter Classic? That one you might be waiting a while for.
Yeah.
I don't know where you host a Winter Classic in Las Vegas right now. The new Raider Stadium is going to have a roof, so that's not ideal. I don't think you're putting it in Sam Boyd Stadium.
No.
So we actually wrote about this a year ago in the Review Journal. I don't think there's anywhere you can put it in Las Vegas right now. I am curious if pretty soon the NHL decides we want to put the Knights in one of these showcase games, because they have been a very popular team so far. I think the entire league has looked to them, has liked all this pregame stuff they do. I think they're one of the more popular and well-known teams in the league right now, so I would not be shocked even if they didn't host one. Coming up here pretty soon, they get to be someone's opponent in one of these outdoor games.
And I imagine the stadium in LA will probably be a pretty prime candidate to host a Winter Classic at some point when that stadium is constructed. Like there is opportunities to do it in the area, but I think you're right. I think the Golden Knights have become a brand that the NHL wants to promote. You see how many times they're on national television, how many times the studio show for NBC is out here. So I think the NHL wants to have them involved in one of these, and I'd be surprised if it didn't happen very soon. But I also would like to see a game at the new Las Vegas Stadium. I mean, I know you said it's a dome, it's indoor, so it's not quite a Winter Classic. But I think one game a year you could throw in there and open it up to whatever they're going to be able to get in there. 65,000 fans to go see a game, I think would be very cool. Logistically, it's going to be, there's challenges to work out, but that would be a cool thing to see. But I think you're absolutely right. It'll be a Winter Classic involving the Golden Knights that takes place somewhere else.
Absolutely. Well, we have a comment from Facebook from Raymond, so I want to get to that. Shout out to Raymond. Remember, we will read your comments and questions on air. The last few games, we are seeing them play a fast and full game. The end of last season, we seem to have a third period slowdown, but it seems like all cylinders are firing the entire game. I really do think they've talked about this a lot. They have, quote unquote, gotten back to their game the last couple games, especially against the Ducks, because they really outplayed the Ducks. John Gibson was spectacular in net to keep that game as close as it was. But they've mentioned that really the last couple days. They've gotten back to the forecheck that they want. And so when they're forechecking hard, I think that really helps their defense out, because they're not pressing as much to score goals. And so they're kind of playing a more together game right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw Jordan Gallant say it. I mean, a lot of times after wins, he'll say, oh, I didn't like this or I didn't like this. And after a loss, he'll say, I actually did like this out of the team. After that game, you kind of heard him just say, like, I liked everything that we did tonight. I really liked everything. And that is a sign that they are getting to where they want to be right now, that they're firing on all cylinders and they're playing the way that they want to play right now. Now, that can change from game to game. The momentum is only as good as you can carry it, and then it could all of a sudden disappear. But I think the way that they're playing right now, they're very happy with it, and I think that they're going to look to do everything they can to just kind of keep that going, especially the rest of this homestand, and try to make it as successful a homestand as possible.
Absolutely. Another Facebook question from Rochelle. Shout out to you. How do you expect the play of the team to change once Nate and all our IR players are back on the ice? So on injured reserve right now, Alex Tuch, Paul Stastny, and then, of course, Nate Schmidt has a couple more games of his suspension, which he is skating away in Vienna right now with the Vienna Capitals. We mentioned him already a little bit. I expect that move is going to be pretty easy. Jake Bischoff has not played yet for the Golden Knights, so they'll send him down. Might make some tough lineup decisions in terms of who do they make a healthy scratch along with someone else, but I think roster-wise it's pretty easy. And then Paul Stastny just completes the second line when he comes back. He moves Haula probably back to the wing, and so then you become a deeper team in terms of you'll have Haula or Tuch on the wing on that third line. And I think it just helps extend kind of everything out, where a guy like Tomas Hika might not play as much unless he really makes a name for himself in the last couple weeks. But as I said, you have tough lineup decisions to make at that point, which is what you want if you're Gerard Gallant.
Yeah, the Schmidt one is very easy. I mean, he'll come back, he'll plug in, he'll be one of the top defenders on the team, no question about it. That one makes a lot of sense, and it's a very simple move. Tuch coming back is really, really big for this team to me. We've seen the second line struggle to really gel, to find the chemistry. Right now, Haula is playing center because Stastny's not there. Stastny is more that natural playmaker. I think he's more of a guy who, when he is able to come back, they start to figure out how to kind of work together, how to have him get Pacioretty and whoever ends up on that right wing involved, and that'll be between Tuch and Haula, and then that helps the third line significantly when one of those guys goes down and plays on that line. So that really bolsters a lot when you start to get those guys healthy. But I'm very, very interested to see Tuch come back. When he slots in, before Stastny comes back, he'll slot into that right wing on the second line. He'll play alongside with Haula and Pacioretty, and I think that makes that a very dynamic second line. I think they're going to generate a lot more chances, find a lot more success, and score goals. And then, as we said, Stastny's return eventually, I don't think it's not going to be like smooth. I think they're still trying to figure some things out, and this injury really sets that back. It sets the process back of learning each other, but he'll come back in about 2 months, and then they'll have a little bit of time before the playoffs to really try to figure out those things. And, of course, as we said, that makes the third line even better by getting one of those dynamic players down to the third line. So, getting healthy is so important for this team. We saw a key to success last year was the ability to handle a lot of these injuries. But, right now they're dealing with it. They're trying to figure it out. They're getting through it. And as we said, they're playing better. But those guys coming back is just going to make this team even that more dynamic.
Absolutely, because you want to be deep. You want to have four lines going. And right now they're kind of still patchworking some things. Brian, to answer your question, when will Alex Tuch come back from IR?
Soon?
Soon, yeah. Day-to-day is one of Gerard Gallant's pet phrases, so we don't get a lot of specific injury updates. He did practice on Sunday with the team for the first time since getting injured in that last preseason game against the San Jose Sharks. So I'm guessing
non-contact jersey.
Non-contact jersey. When Cody Eakin came back with a non-contact jersey, I think it was about a week and a half from when he started skating with the team again to when he made his debut on their road trip. So we could be looking at a similar time frame for Alex Tuch, but we don't really even know the specifics of an injury. So it's hard to say. They like to say lower body injury, not give specifics just in case.
Promising that it's day-to-day, though, and not week-to-week, as we've heard at some point. And then all of a sudden, Stastny went from day-to-day to week-to-week to 2 months in a matter of like 24 hours. But yes, right now, day-to-day is better than week-to-week. I mean, seems very simple, but that's where we're at right now with how the Golden Knights like to categorize injuries.
Right. So we'll see what he skates today, what he does today with the team, and how he kind of progresses moving forward this week. So if you want updates minute by minute, follow us on Twitter.
By the way, yes, follow us for sure. Not to talk over you, sorry, but if you want Alex Tuch updates, follow Ben. That's Ben's brand.
It's my brand.
He likes to film. He likes to film Alex Tuch skating on his own after practice.
People like those videos. I don't know what to tell you.
They love them, and when you're not there to do them, I'm sure people are very disappointed. But yes, I will almost guarantee you that today, if you jump on Twitter and follow Ben, you will see a video of Alex Tuch skating.
Well, let's get to some really important stuff, some important journalism. We have Golden Knights Halloween photos. There is Marc-Andre Fleury and his wife. There's so much going on in this picture, Adam. But I like basically all of it.
Well, I mean, I guess so. It's disturbing in many ways. The
fanny pack makes it for me.
Sure. This is a very well done Halloween costume. It's scary. Not in the traditional sense, but it's frightening in many different ways. But good, very good. They incorporate the couple. I mean, the couple costumes, whatever. They did it well. They pulled it off. Good for them. Not everybody on the team was as
I think our next
successful.
costume that we're going to show is a couple's costume you do not
Please
like.
don't. Please don't. Why?
Here is
don't.
Eric
Can we
Holla
can we skip?
maybe auditioning for The Lion King.
Can we move past this? I don't know what this is. This is horrifying in every way. First of all, the pose. He looks angry. I don't know if
He's a scary lion.
Is
He's
he
going to roar.
channeling- But he's not scary. He's like a fun lion that is trying to pull off scary. I don't know what's happening. I just don't.
Holla, remember who you are.
By the way, this is Halloween.
That's bad. All right, next one after that.
Wait, that's not as bad as the costume is.
Here's Pierre Eldouard Belmar and his lovely wife.
And family.
Yeah, it is family. It's great. Great family costume here. Shrek, Fiona, Donkey. I'm a fan of Shrek,
Oh, those are people?
the movie and the musical.
Those are people from the movie?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were related costumes. I thought it was just all
No,
different
it's all
costumes.
linked up.
I mean, I knew that was Shrek. I've never seen it, so I didn't know that the other ones
Oh,
were all
you're missing
part of
out.
it. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, this is more just traditional. Hey, this is Halloween. You know, a very, very good. Incorporate the whole family. I like it much, much better than please don't show it again. But please, it's much better than whatever what that lion thing was, which I'm not ever going to get over that.
Fair enough. We had another good creative one, though, from William Carlson, if we have that photo. Yeah, Fortnite, which he also shortened to Fortnite with a K.
Yes, that's
Really
good.
creative there, Wild Bill. But I like this one. Adam, I know you don't play the game, but
What do
this-
you?
not really.
Okay.
But I know of it,
Okay.
and I know a lot of people that do. But I like the creativity. The masks are really cool, and it's another couple's costume I can get behind.
I thought it was like hip surgeon. That's what I kind of thought on this one.
Like, as
it's
in,
good.
like, they're fashionable, or like they just do surgery on hips?
Okay, well, that's actually a good point.
Thank you.
I meant fashionable.
I
in
asked
that
the real
sense.
questions here.
But yes, good job pointing that out. Yeah, but good. I don't know the game. I've never felt this old in my life, I guess. But yeah, I don't know anything much about it. But that's a good Halloween costume. That's definitely acceptable.
All right, well, last but not least, we have the full team. They had a Halloween party, I guess, the other day, and there's so much going on in this photo. I know you have some
There's
shout-outs you
Paula
want to
again.
give.
I don't.
I want to shout out
Okay.
Nick Holden in the front left there, who I believe is a showgirl. So the free agent signee really getting into Las Vegas spirit. Right next to him is Kiss Derek England. So I also really like that, the lengths that they went to. But I know there's a couple people, Adam, you want to give a shout out to too.
Well, first of all, listen, Ryan Reeves is a star of anything that he does in my mind, but certainly steals the show here with the couple's Dumb and Dumber costume. I'm all about that. Again, I guess showing my age, that's old school. You see the Flurry costume again. But I think, am I wrong? Is there Brittany and Justin?
Yeah, Paul Stasny.
That's impressive.
That's good. Yeah.
That's good. I like that, certainly. I think everyone did a really good job with their Halloween costumes except for Eric Howla. I think would be the only one. And listen, it's a good costume because it gets people talking, but that is horrifying in so many ways. Please, is that photo behind me right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it is.
I wish that was not the case. I am going to have nightmares about not only seeing myself, but that horrifying Eric Howla photo back there. That's troubling and disturbing in many ways.
Well, if you have any questions about the Eric Holla costume or anything Golden Knights
No,
related,
don't ask questions about the Eric Howla costume.
you can send those to me specifically.
Yes.
And you can send questions about the Knights to both of us. Once again, my Twitter handle is @BennisGoats. He is @Adam Hill LVRJ.
First of all, nobody was gritty.
Nobody was gritty. That is, well, I get it. It's the other team's mascot.
I don't care. It's a good mascot. Somebody should have been gritty, no question about it. But I didn't ask you. What was your award winner?
My award winner? I still got to give it to Nick Holden for creativity
Yeah, it
and
was
the
good.
boldness. The boldness of the costume is really good.
I mean,
respect it.
I think I'm biased to Ryan Reeves, but I think the Ryan Reeves costume is impressive. Plus, it's my favorite movie of all time.
There you go. Well, once again, hit us up on Twitter if you have any questions, or you can email me, bgoats@reviewjournal.com.
Easier said than done, huh?
Apparently, I can't talk at this point. Too much Halloween costumes on the brain. Join us every Tuesday when we do the Golden Edge Mailbag video. For Adam Hill, I'm Ben Goats. Thanks for watching.